Good evening, Northwest graduates, family members, and friends. My name is Cleveland Sellers IV, and I am honored to be your 2021 valedictorian. Before I begin, I would like to issue out a couple very important thank yous. I would first like to thank God for giving me the intelligence, drive, and determination to pursue this esteemed achievement. I would like to thank my family and friends for being my cheerleaders, anchors, and therapists throughout the course of my life. I would like to thank the Northwest faculty and staff for facilitating an educational environment conducive to growth and empowerment. And lastly, I would like to thank my mother. There will never be a woman more caring, a soul more compassionate, or a mind as wise as hers. Every great thing I accomplish in this life, I will attribute to her, for she is my rock, my most trusted advisor, and my closest friend. Now, I have dreamt about this moment, being valedictorian, since I was in the 8th grade. Much to my dismay, I was informed that my speech could not go over 3 minutes. Upon hearing this, I stepped back to look at this accomplishment through a neutral lens and began to wonder how 3 minutes could ever be enough time to say what deserved to be said. I would have 3 minutes to commemorate a 5-year-long journey of dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. I would have 3 minutes to laud the sleepless nights, lonely weekends, and outbursts of frustration that eventually led me to this stage. I would have 3 minutes to inspire the world's future leaders and ensure them that we will one day see our names engraved into the history books alongside King, Carmichael, and Du Bois. So as I was starting, stopping, and resetting my stopwatch to the cadence of this speech, I became acutely aware of the concept of time. As the speech writing process continued, I began to reminisce on my youth. Once upon a time, I ran away in terror from a girl in my class as she attempted to plant her lips on the side of my cheek on the last day of 1st grade. I remember lounging on the couch in Georgia every Friday night with my 2 sisters, begging my mother to let us stay up past 8:30 so we could watch the newest episodes of Austin and Ally. I look back on that boy and remember his smile, laughter, and innocence. Innocence being the key word here, because that boy could drive past a flag commemorating a regime that raped, divided, and enslaved his ancestors without blinking an eye, whereas the man you see today is appalled by those who are proud of a history of dehumanization, 9-tailed whips, and nooses strung up on trees. That boy wouldn't have recognized that those wanting to make America great again were the few that America was actually great to. I looked back on that boy and remembered his smile, laughter, and innocence like it was yesterday, only it wasn't yesterday. I went from cooties, car seats, and Disney Channel to girlfriends driving and CNN faster than the speed of light. I came to realize that my childhood had ticked by faster than the 3 minutes allotted for this speech. From my exploration through time, I became reacquainted with the brevity of human life. So as we set out to wage war on outdated traditions of oppression and create a world that our children's children can one day be proud of, I urge my fellow graduates to never lose track of time. It has a funny way of passing us by when we turn our backs, and when we're finally ready to face it, it is no longer there. In order to engender change and make the most out of all the time we have left, we must live intentional lives. We must live like we want to change the world today, because our tomorrows are not guaranteed. You may scoff at this cliche, but I'm sure Eric Gardner, Sandra Bland, Rashard Brooks know their names, thought they would see tomorrow too. I'm sure the 49 people in Orlando, Florida who died on June 12, 2016 thought they would see tomorrow too. I'm sure the children in Israel whose limbs were ripped from their bodies by ill-conceived airstrikes thought they would see tomorrow too. We live in a world where the color of our skin, proclamations of sexual preference, and differences in ethnic background can condemn us to death. We cannot afford to wait for tomorrow, because this world must change today. We are the catalyst for that change, the calamity of the old world order, and the key to progress. The time allotted for this 3-minute speech was up long ago, but I must ask you, how much longer will we allow our world to continue its descent into darkness? How much longer will people be robbed of their tomorrows before we take advantage of our todays? How much longer will it take for us to realize that the ideal time to recreate our world is now? We must claim what we inherited and make it our own, for we are the generation that will rescue humanity, and we must do it now. Thank you.